This channel is supported by my books, including my new book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surf, Boat, and Kayak, labeled a bestseller on Amazon. You can learn more at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon. Okay, just heading out. Yeah, two things I want to do this trip. I want to put in a semi-serious effort for Fluke, which I have not done this year because it's been quite poor in these waters that I fish on the east end of Long Island, but at least these waters anyway. So I want to give that a shot, and then I want to take my boat out to a pretty nasty rip out on the end of the North Fork and try to get some stripers. So let's see what happens. So this is my first trip with the new motor totally broken in. Hey, watch this on the trim. So you see that little spray coming off the boat just in the corners right there. See the white spray? Now if you look at my right hand, I'm adjusting the trim. Now watch how that disappears. You know, I brought that trim up a little bit and smooth as glass. So I'll have links to all of the gear in the video description, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Alright, it's the first trip where I'm, you know, seriously trying here. I'm gonna make sure I have the recharge stuff going. Yeah, I've made a couple of quick drops coming back from week fishing, stripers and other stuff in the last couple of weeks, but yeah, this is the first time. I'm going to spend a couple hours at this and you know, really try to catch something here. I've got the recharge stuff going, definitely going to use the trolling motor, and we'll see. And I'm using the trolling motor in this first spot because I have the wind blowing like sideways to the current, and I'm trying to run a contour line that's pretty much like straight in front of the boat, and if I just let the wind and the current do their thing, I'm going to keep pushing too shallow, and I really want to run along the edge, and the trolling motor will take care of that for me. Hey, this is a fluke. This is encouraging. I haven't had a sea robin yet, and I've got a fluke. Yeah, look at that. Flatty. Yay! Yeah, our legal limit in New York is 18.5 inches, and that one's definitely short. I spent like almost an hour there, did nothing, made a move. I feel like a fluke, actually. It feels a lot like a fluke. That is a fluke. It's got a little weight to it. I think this is a nice fluke. Holy crap. I mean, look, it's nice for what's going on now. I mean, oh, I had so little confidence that I didn't have the net out. Oh, come on, fried fluke, in the net. Unbelievable. Yeah, I had such low expectations. Hey, look around. There's like almost no boats out fluke fishing at all. And, you know, a few years ago, there would be 30 boats here, and it's just been tough. Yeah, and this is the Friday before Memorial Day, and there's like almost nobody trying for fluke. And yet, when I go bass fishing, you'll see how many boats are out. There's plenty of boats. I think this is another one. I feel the drrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr Yeah, this is a fluke. And it doesn't feel bad. You know what? That is another nice fish. Yeah, I'm going to save that spot, and it's not even close to where I had the first one. But just drifting around trying to find something. That's hey, I got dinner. 2 fluke. That's it makes a good meal. Hey, if you're a regular watcher of my channel, you probably know that I'm not any good with dehookers. I don't use them. All right, so John Halke's turned me on to this particular dehooker, and oh my God, I'm using it all the time now. It's, you know, it's, I don't know why, it's just comfortable. It's got a good design or something. And oh, by the way, there's a load of sea robins here, and I'm going through a lot of gulps, so there's that. But yeah, I will put a link to that dehooker, the name of which I right now don't know, while I'm narrating it. I will put a link to that in the video description, and they're pretty inexpensive from what I recall. So, yeah, and you're going to see me use it later on some other fish. Hey, that's a fluke. All right, another short, but all right. Hey, it's fluke life. So this boat coming out is actually from Cape Coral, Florida, which is like right where I winter. I winter on Pine Island, which is like right next door. Really surprised to see that. Got potential. It's a fluke. Yeah, and what I'm noting is none of these fish are in the same spot. You can bet when I got that first one, I beat that to death, like 3 drifts in a row right over it. There's no concentration, you know. There's just a few scattered fish, and sometimes I go over one.
Gotta get you.
And that's it.
Gonna get you. Just right kind, wrong size. No question about the hit, though.
All right, I've still gone like an hour now without a keeper, and I've got dinner in the cooler. The tide's getting right for stripers, so out to the rips I go. And for people who don't know this kind of fishing, all right, so this nasty tidal rip on the east end of Long Island, a very well-known, popular rip. What you're seeing here, all these boats running up, the way this fishing goes is you go up to the top of the drift, you drift back, and you drift back at like between 2 and like 4.5 miles an hour. So everybody's running back up at various times to redo their drifts. This is treacherous water because of the tidal rips themselves, but then you add in all of the boat waves, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. So this is a really good test for my boat. This is it's called a 5-meter boat made by Grumman, 1986. I've got the new 70 Yamaha on, so you know, the boat is deep, it's wide, and yeah, it's handling this water extremely well. All right, this particular flutter spoon I have not shown on video yet. This is the heavy Tsunami, 6 ounce. This is it for me at this point, 6 ounce, 9 inch. As long as I have some of these spoons, will be the only spoons I'm using, I think, at this point. Especially these deep rips that I fish, these things, they get down, they stay down. Look at the line going back and forth on my reel. You can see that yellow line back and forth. That is vroom, 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 because that spoon is dropping so fast to the bottom, and that's critical because I'm starting in like 90 feet of water, drifting back into like 50, and yeah, to get down quickly and stay. You see that bump at the end? You could definitely make out the bottom collision. It's a great spoon. I'm not going to go back to the 4.5 ounce spoons anymore. So I'm not sure that Chartreuse is my favorite color. I think I prefer the white spoons. I kind of have a bias against chrome after having done some color tests last year. What do other people prefer for spoon colors? I'd love to hear that. You know, white and Chartreuse seem to work great. I like these solid colors. I think white has the edge.
No way this is a bluefish.
So this rod is what was originally known as the Skinner Fluke rod. It's that dark matter jig and bounce. It's been out for a couple of years, very popular for fluke and blackfish. Oh my God, it's a great bass rod. I use it for 3-way bucktailing, for spoons, perfect spoon rod. Yep, I got 30-pound braid and a Maxell hybrid reel on here.
And you can all laugh at me if it's a bluefish, because I don't think so. They are big though. It's not hooked right. Yeah. might get a bass.
Yeah, that's going to change. I'm going to get the bass. But yeah, I called this one wrong. Boy, he hung down. These things are big.
That's a teen bluefish there. I mean, wow. And that is a serious bluefish.
Oh, and there's that de-hooker again. All right, yeah, I want to give you this other perspective. Now, there's going to be a few seconds here and there where it's going to get a little bouncy, but most of it's quite good. You know, it's rough out here. Got the boat waves and everything, but this gives a good look at what I'm doing. All right, a bass finally on the white spoon, and you know what? I think it was a matter of getting this tide. This is like 2 hours into the tide. This moon phase is pretty weak. It's like on a quarter moon, so I guess the bass really wanted to hit on the strongest portion of the tide. I've got wind against current here. It definitely makes it rougher. It makes it a little harder for three-way bucktailing. But yeah, the spoon seems to be working fine.
That's a better one, huh? That's a good one.
Yeah, look how fast that spoon is sinking, and watch the reel. Watch, you're going to see it hit bottom right there. You know, it's very easy to detect. So, yeah, loving the 6-ounce spoon. Yeah, another look from the other angle. It's going to be bouncy here for just a couple seconds. It'll level right out. Yeah, please do weigh in on spoon color. You know, I tried to use them about equally, the chartreuse and the white. The white seemed to do better on bass, and the white never has failed me either. So, and the boat definitely didn't fail me. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this thing. Yeah, it just really handled the water very well. So, all right, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Check out my online courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner, and don't forget my books, including my new book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surf, Boat, and Kayak, available at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon.